Okay, all right. Welcome to Descent in Easy Mode, Descent into Avernus, everybody. Yay!
Yay!
All right. So, we're just going to start off, and then I'll have you introduce your characters when I have you introduce them. So, it basically, right now, it's the wee hours of the morning. It's super early. It's dark outside. And you're in Baldur's Gate. A thick fog has rolled in off from the Grey Harbor, which is the harbor that's inside of Baldur's Gate, obviously. And it's enshrouding much of the lower city in a greasy, warmish haze. And it's rolled in with this smell of sulfur and, I don't know, kind of a seasick. You know, somebody that's been staying for too long. And it's just bad. And it's this greasy, warm haze. You can almost taste it in the air. And throngs of downcast citizens are just coming through the city, and they've got all their belongings piled on their backs. They're coming in with carts and all sorts of things, and they just look horrible. Looks like they've been through hell, basically. These people, you're watching them. And it's, like I said, it's really early in the morning, and the lower city is somewhat crowded. And so as you wind through the lower city, specifically in the Steeps ward, and that's this area right here, you are trying to avoid these citizens, and you're on horseback. You've got two black horses that you are able to borrow from the person that you were doing a job from. And so...
Sure, I'm flying.
Yeah, that's why I said two horses. And so as we get a shot of the first person leading, who would be leading?
Should we flip a coin? Let's all roll a dice.
Diam.
So Diam...
Oh,
So,
I'm still going to roll the dice. There you go. I win.
It looks like Diam's
regular.
leading. According to the dice.
All right, I'll do that one.
I lead.
Oh.
Interesting. So, it looks like Diam's leading. Diam, why don't you explain...
But I got the exact same rule.
I know.
Both of you are leading.
Okay, so Diam, why don't you describe your character real quick on horseback?
My name is Diam, and he's a bard, so he's got a nice, pretty lute strapped to his back. It's like a guitar, but it's not a guitar, it's a lute. And a bard is just someone that goes around singing songs and telling stories and being worthless, basically. If you've seen The Witcher, there's a bard there, and I can't remember what his name is, but he's the main character, so you should know that. He's not a good guy. He's a charlatan. I think, is he neutral chaotic? Chaotic neutral? Is that right?
I think so.
I've got my character sheet up. I should just look at that. But yeah, that's his thing. He likes ripping people off. He likes cheating people. He's a trust con, so he makes people fall in love with him and think he's a totally worthy guy and totally good. But he just takes all their money as much as he possibly can. That's Diam.
And what is he wearing?
Oh, I don't know. What would he wear? Like? Probably a tunic. And his lute.
Wear something nice, right?
I'd imagine he'd be wearing pants and boots. I don't know. Like I don't know what the fashion sense of the day would be. So
then that's fine. I pictured something Victorian, like with a cravat and all that jazz.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
It all looks the same to me, though. When I think of historical costumes, I'm like, oh, it's a shirt and pants, and you got the boots and everything else.
Or he could be wearing, something new wave. with like the 80s blazer. And
He's actually really into this new thing they call disco. So he's really into that style.
Oh, I like that.
Let me pull up
All
my...
right.
I'm just going to show my character. There we go. And this is a little bio there, but that's what he looks like. And you can also see his picture right next to my video. Hi. All right, that's it. That's it for me.
All right.
Yay!
And fluttering next to Dion is Angel. And Angel, why don't you describe your character?
Angel is a sprite from the Fey realm, but she was pulled from the Fey realm. She doesn't know what power pulled her. We do have a backstory on her. You can read her bio. But she believes she was summoned by the goddess Eldath, who is a goddess of peace and nature. And she thinks that she is supposed to be the conscience of mankind. And so she left the Temple of Eldath with the Sunblade, which she managed to get her hands on, and the priest couldn't get it back from her. And she is out in the world to help everyone be better people, live a higher life. But it's her idea of a higher life. She's a little bit gullible, so Diam has told her his story, and she thinks he is indeed a worthy man who is seeking justice as well. So she's trotting along with him right now, trying to right the wrongs of mankind.
All right. What does she look like?
Well, you can pull up my picture, Wes.
I can.
She's got blonde hair and wings, and kind of dresses naturey greens and browns, and she's about a foot tall.
A whole foot.
A whole foot.
All right.
Just big enough to be squished by my foot.
That's horrible. You're going to be so horrible when they all find out you're just a jerk. All right, anyways.
Hey, he's not totally... He's neutral. He's not evil. He's not that bad.
He's just completely selfish.
Yeah, right. Angel is neutral good, so she doesn't necessarily follow the law. She follows her definition of right and wrong.
All right, and Bjorn.
Bjorn is an old-fashioned dude. He, as a younger man, he's kind of an old guy. He went on lots of raids and pillaging and built up a great deal of wealth that got squandered. But yeah, he's human, and I don't remember if I ever specified how big he is. But he's very broad, very muscly in his old age, and he owns an antique shop that was passed down to him by his grandmother or great-grandmother, one of those, and he doesn't really know how to run it, so he has someone run it for him, but when he gets too antsy, he will go and actually stock up his antique shop himself, go adventuring and fighting and anything it takes to get some goods for his shop. Kind of keeps blood flowing.
Pillaging!
Yay!
All right. And so these are our characters. I just want to explain a little bit of what this game's about. This is called Easy Mode. This is, normally this adventure would start off at level 1. All of our heroes are level 5, and they have items that would somewhat go in accordance with that level-ish, like sun swords and other things. And so we're gonna... I just want this to be chill. I don't want this to be too stressful. So that's kind of what this game is going to be about a little bit. So as you're wandering through this fog-covered streets, you come up to this villa that you had met with a gentleman before. And you park your horses and you get off And as you're making your way up the stairs to the back side of this villa in the steeps, that is actually attached to a shop below, and you make your way up the stairs and you knock on the door, and the door handle rattles and the door opens, and there's and you know this man is somewhat of a servant, and he says, "My master has been waiting for you." And then he holds a lantern, and you enter, I assume.
Yes.
And he leads you to another back room, and he knocks on the door to that room, and the voice inside goes, "They can enter." And you all enter into this room with this table. It looks kind of like a dining room a little bit, and there's one man sitting with a hood over his face at the end of the room. And he says, "Please have a seat." And let's see here real quick. I want you all to make a quick perception roll.
Mine was 14.
Mine's 11.
And so Danny, or Dance Jams, it looks like you rolled 2d20s.
Oh, she rolled 1 and got a 4.
I'm muted. I'm stupid and I can't find the thing, so I'm just gonna roll a regular d20.
Okay.
But you should have a modifier too, right? No?
I am not perceptive.
How did you roll a 4 twice in a row? That's pretty good.
Because I'm cool.
That's crazy.
So cool.
So on your character sheet, it's under your skills. It's not one of the main stats. So perception is like just under halfway down.
20!
What the crap?
Wow.
But how many rolls are you gonna get for this one thing? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, right. Okay.
We can take the 4. I just have a +1, so it's a 5. So I'm slightly more perceptive than I was.
We're all kind of dumb. I'm the best one, and I got a 14.
All right. So
we're very trusting too, especially with me as a charlatan.
Well, and you've met with this man before, and he paid you ahead of time, and you have just completed a job. So I'm going to start with the beginning. So Dion, you had done a gig at the Little Lantern, and you were playing, and you felt like that they didn't pay you well, and you were approached by the servant that just answered the door previously, and he because you voiced your feelings on your reasonings behind why you weren't paid well and all this other stuff, he contacted you later and asked if you wanted to do a job for him. And
which of course I said yes.
And then, being the sweetheart that Angel is, you conned her into it, I assume. And you explained.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not sure how we met, but yeah, I definitely dragged Angel into it somehow or another. How did we meet? Let's clear that up.
I always pictured it that you were maybe in a tavern somewhere complaining, and I was there looking for wrongs to right, and I decided to champion you.
Yes. And I rolled a d20 on charisma, so I gotcha. Is she frozen, or is that just her posture? It's kind of creepy. I'm like expecting that she's just sitting there like that.
And so you were talked into this by this servant, and earlier this evening you had met this mysterious patron in this I wouldn't say rundown villa, but it's not in the best of shape. The Steeps is a part of the lower city that's probably the best part of the lower city. The Steeps is now the lower city of Baldur's Gate is one step up from a slum. This place is called the City of Blood for a reason. There are murders that just run rampant. But the Steeps, like I said, is where most of the business that is done directly off in the docks.
Can you show us where that is on the city so we have a reference?
So that is right there.
Hey, Danny, you're back.
Yay! Sorry.
So no, you're good. This is the Steeps. So this is the best.
That says Mystery Villa.
Yeah, that's where you're located. The Mystery Villa is located in the Steeps. So this is where most of, if you were going to see some patrons from the upper city come down into, you would most likely see them in this location. Also, because of that, you've got a lot of Flaming Fist activity here. The Flaming Fist are basically the police force. They're a bit more militarized than your regular police force, and they're a rowdy bunch. They'll beat you to a bloody pulp for even looking at them wrong, and then they'll take your money.
Yay!
These are not good people. They're not like the city guard that police the upper city up here. The city guard that police the upper city are more in line with true justice. The Flaming Fist is more of a. They're more. I don't know. They're, like I said, they're more mercenary. They're more like mercenaries. All right, so Bjorn was contacted by was sent a letter. Can you hear me, Bjorn? Okay. So Bjorn was contacted via a letter sealed with a wax seal that has a anatomically correct human heart with a V that goes over the top of it, which I want you to go ahead and give me a history check for that.
History check. La, 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 la. I'm stalling.
So just open up your character sheet and
I'm
then click on
it. It just takes me like 10 years because I had to refresh, so everything I had open is closed now.
11.
So
I think you mean 12.
12.
Well, yeah, that's a 12 because you have a plus. Oh, that was your. Oh no, you're right.
I've got my chat closed, so.
All right, so you know that this is a one of the higher ups in Baldur's Gate. You can't really remember the name, but it was a job that was sent to the person that runs your shop over the counter and sells things directly. I don't know if I would want to call him your servant. He's more of a employee of yours. What's his name?
Oh no, I don't remember his name.
We can come up with another one.
Billy.
I'm pretty sure I wrote it down somewhere.
You can put that in your history on your character sheet.
Wallaby Kangaroo Smith.
Oh, that was it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is that real?
Oh boy. Well, let's assume that there is a Australia of the Forgotten Realm somewhere in here. It's probably in Cholt. So he's from Cholt, and his name is Wallaby Kangaroo Smith.
Can you give us a picture, Danny? Can you share a picture with us of Wallaby Kangaroo Smith? Are you just drawing it?
No. Blake,
Please don't.
Go ahead and work on that, and we'll continue.
Okay. And so you got this letter from this estate asking you to do a very important job for him, and so you traveled from Waterdeep, which is where your shop is located, to Baldur's Gate to do this job, and he said that it would be worth your while and it'd be a great investment for your shop, your antique shop. And so here you are, now in this room with this gentleman that you've met previously earlier in the night. You've done the job. You went to the Low Lantern to retrieve an item at the base, at the at the bottom of the ship. I forgot what that's called. It's not coming to me right now. And in the bottom of the ship, there was an iron chest. And real quick, let's... this little iron cage was down there. And then there was also this mysterious box. And he said that Bjorn could keep the iron cage, but he needed the mysterious box from the safe. And strangely enough, he provided the key. And it was quite the task getting down into the hull of the ship. And this ship is not just a normal ship. It is actually a tavern called the Low Lantern that was kind of sunk a little bit into the harbor. So it's a permanent fixture that is a tavern.
It's this one here, right?
Yeah, that is correct. So there's the Low Lantern.
Should we all just click on it just to make sure we all know where it is? Genie. There you go.
All right. And so you guys have traveled from the Low Lantern after doing this job through this greasy fog all the way to this mysterious villa that this patron has provided you these black horses, and you're wearing black robes at the moment to kind of like conceal your appearance and so people don't know who you are. And you're meeting this man in this room, and he says,
"Do you have the items that I have required of you?"
Is this what's his face?
And
on the file?
So your 14 has the check was for me, it was a 10. This guy doesn't. He has a hood on that's partially concealing his face, but not enough to fully disguise who he is. And Dion recognizes this man as Thuswell Van Thamper. He is a patron of he is a lord of the Van Thampers in the upper city. He holds a pretty prestigious position. He doesn't have a lot of power or pull within the city, but he is, like I said, he is the lord of Baldur's Gate. And Dion recognizes him.
Me too. I got 11.
Oh, you got 11. Okay. And
I don't know who this guy is.
Bjorn does know that he is a lord of some sort of the city via the letter that he received when he was working from his shop in Waterdeep. And so he asks, like I said,
"Do you have the item I have requested?"
And he kind of like, his fingers are a little like, yes. He looks very anxious to receive his objects. So what do you guys say?
No.
Yes, we have it right here.
Stupid fairy.
"May I?"
I'm a sprite.
Please.
And so do you hand him his item?
Who is holding it?
Let's roll to find out.
I think I
No,
do.
you guys don't need to roll to find out. Oh,
I got a
gosh.
16. I win. I give it to him.
Oh, great. So you slide it across the table, and he greedily takes it, and his hands are shaking, and he's like,
"Oh, yes. Thank you so much. You have done myself and Baldur's Gate a very good service, I dare say.
and he's like,
Here is your payment as discussed."
and he hands you each a pouch with 10 platinum.
Woot woot.
Yeah.
And he says,
"It seems to be very late in the night."
and he stands up from the chair, and he starts making his way to the door.
You may stay here. There are rooms available that have been done up for you. I must make my way out. Thank you so much. As I said before, you have done myself and Baldur's Gate a great service.
And this man makes his way downstairs from the inside of this building. And so you guys are able to stay the night at this mysterious villa on the steeps side of the district. And you can hear the stairs creak as he makes his way down. And you actually don't hear the door shut from the inside of the villa. You don't hear an outer door shut, like the front door or anything.
But we still have the iron cage?
Yeah, you still have the iron cage.
Cool.
And from the inside of this iron cage, he took this. Can you all see that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you were able to keep this iron cage, which just has a little latch on the side that you can just pop open at any time. And so do you do that?
He gave it to Bjorn, so I'm going to let Bjorn decide.
Oh, yeah. I'm
So
going to look in there.
And so as Bjorn opens up this cage is kind of warm, and it's got this, it's got kind of the smoky mist coming out from the little grates on the side. You guys,
Probably about
little-
as big as me.
you guys,
A heck pup.
Heck
yeah.
pup.
It's a heck cute heck boob.
So this puppy is kind of curled up on the inside of the cage, and as Bjorn opens it, this little black puppy is like snarling at him, and he's like, and if so, what does Bjorn do? Moved.
That's a good face. Oh, no.
Dang
This-
it.
This is hard right now because a lot of people are using Roll20. A lot of people are using the internet during this coronavirus period.
Damn.
You there?
Corona
I'm good.
time.
Okay, so what does Bjorn do? This puppy's curled up in the back of this iron cage, and
I'm going to give it some of the jerky in my pocket. Pouch,
And so-
bag, whatever.
so this little puppy snatches at the jerky in it, and it violently rips it out of your fingers, jerking his head to side, snarling and growling, and he gobbles it up real quick.
Oh, he's a good boy.
Do you want to make me either history? Everybody who has the highest history / religion?
Probably not me.
Oh.
I've got one history
Another window.
and religion.
Yeah, I'm at 0 on history and religion.
Right on his face. 17,
Awesome.
or what was it? I don't see the chat.
That's
22.
a 22. Wow.
Heck yeah, I win the game. And then we go
So-
home rich.
Yay!
So as Dion peers in while Bjorn is working with this animal inside this cage, Dion notices the telltale signs of the smoke kind of lifting from its lips, the slight red glow in its eyes, and this glowing red spittle that is coming from its lips. And Dion realizes exactly what this is.
So
This
Diom
is-
says, I know what that is. It's a Nimbus 2000.
Oh my gosh.
No, wait. I
Okay.
tell them about that it's going to grow up to be a 3-headed dog named Fluffy.
No, not quite. Not quite. So Dion realizes that this is the puppy version of a hellhound.
Oh,
Oh, but it's a puppy, it's just a heck.
heck yeah. It's a heck.
He's a heck pup. Yeah.
I love
So
it.
he hasn't. That's a really good roll. So I don't know where Diom's heard about this before, but Diom knows that this thing.
He's been around.
Yeah, this thing's gonna grow into this giant, terrible dog, and this thing is gonna be mean, and these things love violence, but they can be brought under somebody else's hand as long as the person that they are being raised under allows it to explore its own violent nature. So as long as the person taking care of it allows it to attack and destroy things or living people, it will be just fine. And it will allow the person raising it to rule over them, basically. It's a lawful evil alignment. And as long as it's following something that is, you know what I mean. All right, so
I tell them, I'm going to tell them, it's a good pup, it's the best pup, and it's always going to be good and great. It's great. It's going to be great.
Does DM actually tell them that?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I love it. All right, so...
Don't worry, he'll train it to be violent and stuff.
No, I don't.
But for now, it's just funny.
You guys do what you want. So, as the morning gets earlier and earlier, you guys are pretty tired. Do you call it a night?
Yeah. I want to sleep.
No.
All right,
I'm going to stay up all night, and I want you to tell me what happens every minute of the night.
That would be the worst.
Do I hear any creaking sounds?
Oh, yeah. This place is all the creaks.
Oh, man. I could have done something I wish I'd done.
All right. I go to sleep, but I wet the bed.
Okay. All right. So you guys make it to... There's about 3 to 4 separate rooms, and you guys find your rooms, and you call it a night. And as the sun makes it through the windows and wakes you guys up, you guys go about your morning. As you open your bedroom doors, that servant is standing there to the man that helped you earlier this morning. And who's the first to wake up?
Me. I don't need as much sleep because I'm so tiny.
All right, sounds good. So as you come fluttering out your door, and I imagine your wings click a little bit or whatever, kind of like a dragonfly's. You had that vibration sound. As you're buzzing out the door, this man says, "This is from my master," and he hands you a note.
Okay.
And on the note, it reads, and I'm going to do this in the voice of this Thirstwell Van Thamper that you've met the night before.
Will you pull him up for me?
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Oh, I think I've got him right.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. All right, go ahead.
Oh, whoops. All right, so he's up.
Okay. I closed it at the same time as you because you put yours up. All right, let's try that again. Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Nope,
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
I'm saying you go ahead and narrate.
All right, so this note reads,
"It has come to my attention that the city gates have been closed due to an arising of refugees from another city that has some disaster has befallen upon it. It looks like you might be trapped for the time being. I may have more work for you. I am always in need of help. More and more so as the city grows into disrepair. If you could meet with a captain, and 1 second, I have to pull it up. Oh, right. Indeed. Whoops. There is a Captain Zorge down by the Basilisk Gate. And He is a contact of mine, and he has some work for you that I have been trying to look into. He has a lead. If you could make your way down to the Basilisk's Gate, that I would be much appreciated, and he will pay you a sum of money.
Yes.
Thank you.
And it says, dash, an indebted servant, yours truly. And then he didn't even sign it. So I think he thinks that he's being, shifty and sneaky. But this guy's not. You could tell he's not very good out in... he's not good in public. He's not good dealing with people. He seems a little bookish to you.
So, yes, indeed.
And kind of snobbish. Do you guys make your way down to the Basilisk Gate? And I'm gonna.
Heck yeah, we do. Or Bjorn's it.
Okay.
Bjorn feels like this guy's gonna give him some good skull crushing opportunities.
All right.
Diam rides on Bjorn's back,
Cool.
and he plays his lute to inspire him.
So the horses are
An
no
angel
longer.
perches on top of Diam's head.
Wow, we're just a whole crew, aren't we? It's this whole thing.
Like
Alright.
a totem pole.
Yeah.
So Bjorn, I picture he runs a shop, right? And he's got a bag of holding, but he's also got a horse and carriage and a horse and cart, which he
Oh
parked
yeah.
outside of this mysterious villa the night before. But he was able to use this noble's horses, Thirstwell's horses, his black horses, for the job that you had done the night before.
Oh, do we have the heck pup?
Oh yes, you have your heck pup with you.
Is it just on a leash? Do we have a leash for it or something?
Bjorn's got some rope in his adventuring kit.
Oh
that
yeah.
he can turn into a leash.
It responds okay to being leashed.
It's actually biting at it and snarling. He can also keep it in the back of the cart if he wants. It's not too happy with Bjorn right now, but it seems to respond well to food. And hold
Yeah,
on.
I'm gonna feed up this pup all the
Looks
time
like he's being
because
kind
I
of
want
funky.
him to be a big, strong dog.
I think you should give it some wild game. That's probably a good.
Let's take
Thing
him
for it.
hunting. Well, we can't really.
Yeah,
take
as long
him
as you let him do all the hunting, it will be
Well,
just
yeah,
fine.
that's what I meant.
Yeah, totally. Totes.
But we're gonna have to wait till we can get out of town.
Why? There's tons of people around.
Ew.
Ew! Let's see who
All
gets
right.
the highest roll if we roll 5 D100s. Ready, go, everybody.
Oh no.
500s?
Yeah.
I'm winning so far.
246. Oh, dang it! So close.
Oh, I win.
Let's do it again!
No, please don't. Okay. All right. So
Oops.
no. Okay. All
Sorry.
right. All right.
Oops. Was that me? Oh no.
Dang! What
All right,
the
we
heck?
ready?
Yes,
All right.
I am ready. All right. So, and I just opened InDesign. That's wonderful.
If I remember right, this is the Basilisk's Gate.
This is the Basilisk Gate. So, as you guys approach this gate, you notice that there is a crowd of people.
Sorry. Let's just
There's
keep
a-
going.
There's a crowd of people that are charging all these quote unquote officers. They look more like mercenaries, but you notice one thing: they're wearing a badge, and they're wearing the same badge. And so all these citizens of the city are rushing the guards, and they're crying out, and they're hitting them with sticks and anything else that they could find, and boards, and the guards are just pummeling these people down. And there's a big brawl going on. Meanwhile, there is a gentleman kind of behind all the guards shouting orders and pointing, and this man has an eye patch, and he's rather burly looking, and he seems to be the one in charge.
We're looking for Zod.
Zodge, yeah.
Zodge.
Captain Zodge. So dozens of Flaming Fist soldiers are trying to control an angry mob of commoners eager to leave the city, it looks like. There's as you get closer and closer, you start hearing things like, Baldur's Gate's going to be swallowed up too, let us out! And then all these other things.
Okay, so if I'm to understand this, the guard is forcing people to stay in?
Yeah, they've closed the gates. The gates are usually open at this time of day. It's about, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. And the gates are usually open, and people are able to traverse through the city and out, and whatever, free flowing. People are checked for contraband, like carriages and stuff. But that's normal. But this time, the gates are closed.
All right, I'm gonna hop off of Bjorn's shoulders. And I don't care if Angel hops off me or not. I don't care. I'm gonna walk up to the captain. Captain Zodge, I presume. Yes.
Oh, what do you want? I'm having a bit of a problem right now, as you can see.
Oh, no worries. You see, we were sent. We believe there's quite a big deal of money coming our way. If you get my intention, in my meaning, if you get what I'm saying, you owe me money, is what I'm saying. And we were sent by a man.
He's kind of scowling at you right now, like, what is going on?
And actually, a higher sum of money than you originally thought. So, just keep that in mind. We were sent by Thirstwell.
And his eyes grow large. His eyes grow really large. And he's like, excuse me. And he kind of leads you. He's like, come with me. And he leads you to a building, just one of these corner buildings right here. And this place looked like it used to be a bakery. But it has been repurposed for the Flaming Fist. And Flaming Fist soldiers are, all this stuff for baking has been pushed aside. And these crappy, shoddy kind of gear and equipment. There's a guy with being bent. His leg is being bandaged up, and there's a bit of blood on the floor. And he leads you into a back room, and he says to one of his guards, he's like, "Don't let anybody in this office right now." And he leads you all in, and he shuts the door. And he's like, "I don't know how you found out about Thirstwell, but keep that name on the down low, shall we? He wants to keep his profile under wraps in the lower city. So you're the people that all three of you." And he kind of looks at Angel for a minute, and he kind of stares as she's buzzing in the air. He's used to dealing with people like Diom and Bjorn. But Angel is like, and he just kind of looks back to Dion for a minute after staring at Angel for a bit. He's like, yeah. So
Dion just gives him a thumbs up, like it's good, bro. She's with us.
and he's like, all right, whatever. So the refugee crisis, it stoked fears that Boulder Gate might suffer the same fate as Elturel. And this is the first time you've heard anything about Elturel. So, Angel, you are from Elturel, correct? That is where the Temple of Eldath was that you were summoned to.
Yes.
And
I'm originally from the Fey Realm, but I dwelt in Elturel for a while at the temple.
And so, what is? I want to know what does Angel look like at hearing that Elturel has befallen some sort of ill fate? Like what is?
She kind of looks at him intently and casts message. And
Okay.
I whisper to him so only he can hear, "What about El Terrell?"
And he kind of like looks around for a bit, and he's like, "What?"
And I just stare him down.
Okay.
I
So
realized that he was underestimating me, so I'm just showing him that I'm still a force to be reckoned with.
all right, I want. Could you give me an intimidation check?
Intimidation.
And during that pause where he mentioned El Terrell and then looked around the room bewildered, Diam just kind of says, "Aha, yeah." So, anyways, about the money.
So he is hearing Diom, but he's kind of weirded out. He knows that magic exists, but I don't know if he's ever had magic been used on him like this before. So he kind of like, he hears Diom and he's got a hand up and he's just kind of like, huh? And he's looking at Angel, and Angel, you haven't as much intimidated him as much as you just kind of weirded him out a little bit. He's like, well, have you? And I'm doing my best Coach McGee here.
Mickey!
Another campaign. Sorry for those listening. So he's like, wait, you haven't heard about El Terrell? The whole city just disappeared. Some people think it was lifted into the sky. Some people think it was completely just blown to smithereens, vaporized. All that's left is a giant hole. Have you not heard? This is an English McGee, apparently. Have you not heard, I dare say? Quite so, indubitably.
Governor.
So everybody here knows that El Terrell is a city that's downriver from Baldur's Gate. What is your reactions to hearing about this news? Is that about it, or are you guys just...
So there's nothing left, just a big hole?
Yeah, El Terrell's gone, apparently. And so he's like, and that's why we've got this refugee crisis. People started making their way into the city over the past few days. But
you said there's nothing left.
Yeah, well, the people that did survive, apparently, there are all sorts of stories going on. People from the outskirts that were living, around the city did survive. And those people have started coming to Baldur's Gate. And the people in Baldur's Gate heard about what happened to El Terrell, and they want to leave Baldur's Gate because they think the same thing is going to happen here. So we've got this crowd trying to come in, and the citizens trying to leave. And it was becoming this huge disaster. I must say the people from El Terrell are a bit soft. And so the people from Baldur's Gate were trying to take a bit of advantage of that. It's just this big mess, so we had to shut the gates. And now people are upset. We've got a crowd of people outside trying to get in, and a crowd inside trying to get out. And it's just complete chaos. Anyways.
Oh no, I'm too poor to die. So about the coins, what do you need us to do?
So there's most of our focus has been, trying to keep the citizens inside and outside, and we're dealing with our own problems.
So you need us to kill them?
No, well, we're doing plenty good at that, trust me. Yeah, so we've got a problem.
No one is going to kill anyone in this room.
That's right. Did you hear that? She's right. No one, as long as I'm here, no one will die. We are the peacemakers. We make the peace.
And Captain Zodge is just kind of like, anyways.
We make it.
So,
I definitely make peace. I make peace happen.
That's right. Did you hear her? That's
whether
correct.
they like it or not.
Yeah. Okay.
You force the peace.
Yes, that's what we do. Anyways, So, a little bit of backstory. Baldur's Gate has long been plagued by followers of the Dead Three. And the Dead Three are basically they were gods. You guys would all know about this. They were people that became gods, that challenged the gods, and then they were murdered. And then they're making a comeback. And these Dead Three are so plagued by the Dead Three. The gods Bane, Bull, and Merkel. I'm sure you've heard of them. Anyway, these cults, I thought we had wiped them out, but apparently not. They're just taking advantage of the current crisis, and they're just murdering people whenever and however they want through the streets, and they're making my job so much more difficult. Anyways, so a few blocks from the Basilisk Gate is the Elf Song Tavern. A spy, one of my contacts, named Torina, hangs out there gathering rumors for the guild. And the guild is an organization of thieves within inside of Baldur's Gate. Anyway, she hangs out there gathering rumors for the guild, and she owes me a favor. So tell her you work for me and ask her what she knows about the Dead Three. And for the love of Baldurian, be nice. Torina has a lot of really nasty friends. All right, and so
I think Dion wants a little money up front, if that's cool.
And so, what does he say to convey that?
So this is a cash up front kind of deal. Half now, half later. 75% now, 25% later.
Zod
80% now, 80% later. You know what I'm saying?
Like, all right, so Zod sighs, and he's like, I'll tell you what. I'll give you 10 gold now, and you can have the other 190 when you get back.
Make it 11 gold.
Okay, done. You don't even have to roll for that.
And 1 copper.
All right. Okay. Well.
Yay! I'm totally adding that copper.
He's like, "Will you get out of?" And he looks around, looking at flour bags on the floor, and he's like, "Whatever. Get out of my office and get this done."
All right, I'm gone.
All right, so you guys make your way to the Elf Song Tavern.
Does Angel fly? I missed something.
Yeah, she flies 30 feet.
She's got, like, wings.
Yeah, she's about a foot tall. She flies 30 feet per round. She also, well, I don't know. I'll let her decide.
Can she carry me? I've got faith and trust, and she's got the pixie dust.
I'm not a pixie, I'm a sprite.
That's what I said. Refreshing sprite. All right, we barge in.
All right, so all right, I'm gonna move you guys. Bam, bam,
bam,
bam. Tell me when you see your characters.
Are we at the bottom there?
Yeah.
Oh, we have HP and stuff. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep. I adjusted things since.
We dance. Little dance part.
I can't move heck
We got your heck pup. Oh, he's so hecking puppy.
Such a heck pup.
So Bjorn's got Heck Pup with him, or is he going to leave him in the cart?
He is gonna bring him.
Okay.
I'm approaching. Oh, floating.
As you guys approach the Elf Song Tavern, you guys hear from the outside.
I don't think we can move Heck Pup, can we?
No, we can't.
Single file.
As you hear kind of this muffled song. And as you enter the tavern, you notice on the outside there is a ogre woman who kind of like blearily glares at you as you begin to make your way in.
Is that her singing?
No, that is definitely not her singing.
She sounds beautiful.
And this song is, you guys are good to enter. So as you enter, you notice a suit of armor that also turns to face you as as you're entering the tavern. And you notice that its visor is flipped up and there's nobody that's wearing it. And it's got blank areas between its joints where there would be normally human flesh of the person wearing it, but this suit of armor is completely empty, but it looks like it's some sort of animated suit of armor. And everybody in the tavern is Bjorn going to enter?
Bjornio.
Yeah.
So as everybody's wandering through the tavern,
Bjornio.
You notice that it's kind of quiet while this song is going on. And the man behind the counter, he looks a bit confused at the moment. He doesn't quite know what's going on there. You can't really tell. But
this guy here?
Yeah.
Nice. So, I think Diam's just gonna walk up to this random person at the table and say, "So, we're here to kill Tarina." Wait, hey guys, we're here to kill Tarina?
No, we're not killing anybody.
Oh, we're here to befriend Tarina?
And you're just talking to this person right here?
Yeah. Yeah, we're really intimidating on each side. She can't escape.
So this commoner, it's actually, well, it's not a she. That's just the token for the generic commoner.
Whoa! There's no escape.
So this guy with a mustache is like looking all around him, and he's just kind of drinking by himself. And you snap him out of his reverie from listening to this song, and he's like, what was that? I'm sorry.
We're here to befriend Tarina, of course.
Tarina, huh? So she's upstairs? What? And he just like kind of looks at you a bit confused. He's like, okay. Yeah, she usually is playing Baldur's Bones upstairs.
Upstairs!
That sounds like a good game. Are we going?
It's all right, I guess.
Is this it? Do I teleport?
Yeah.
The stairs. There's the stairs.
So
we're really trying to get a move on here, aren't we?
So as you make your way upstairs, lit lanterns hang from the rafters in this windowless room. So this room is surrounded by other rooms, it looks like. There are multiple doors that surround this room. Rugs cover the wooden floor and help dampen the noise from the drunken patrons gathered around two large tables, eating and playing games of Baldur's Bones. So as you come up, you notice several different people up here.
Are we surrounding this poor person now?
So you notice there's a lady that's standing up. And as you surround her, she's like...
This person standing up?
She's gorgeous woman right here?
This person right here.
This one? The one we're surrounding?
The one with the fish? That's a bird, of course.
Yeah. So anyways, this person stands up and she's like, "It's been lovely, ladies and gentlemen. Scrolda, Wall, it's been a good game, but I'm going to take my winnings while I can. You know, I'm going to get out of here if you don't mind." And she turns around and
And we're already surrounding her, which is very polite.
And she didn't even notice. She sees Bjorn, and well, and she glances up at Angel for a minute, and she's just kind of she tries to focus on Angel, as almost as if she's trying to focus on multiple images, and she's like, "Oh, all right." And then she turns it around, she gets off her stool and runs right into Dion, right in the chest. And she's like, "Excuse me, I need to be on my way."
Oh, milady, was that you singing? Gorgeous voice. I assume you are called Tarina, from what I hear. Feisty one you are. Should I just keep going?
And she's just kind of she's kind of tipsy-topsy looking at you like...
I half kneel and kiss her hand.
How do you half kneel? Oh, one knee down?
Yeah, I don't want my beautiful pants to touch this seedy ground here.
Okay, so I want you to give me a charisma roll. I just want to know how she reacts to all this.
Do I have any charisma? Let's see. Let's find out here. Just a regular charisma?
Yeah, just regular charisma. Unless you're trying to do something specific.
I'd say that's a 23, because that's what it says right here.
This lady's... real quick, let me give you a description of Tarina.
I can do anything! I can do anything I want!
So, she's this big, sturdy woman. She's got scars all over. She's got a saber at her side. And this big scimitar. She's got a light crossbow on one hip. And she's kind of like, "I've never been treated with such respect in all my life. Thank you. But I really need to get going, sir." And she tries to make her way past you. Do you stop her?
Anybody else want to go, or should I just do all the things?
So, what do you know about the dead three? Bane, Bod, and Merkel.
And what was Bjorn going to say?
Has she actually gone anywhere?
No, she's kind of got a hand on Dion's shoulder, and she's about to push her way past him.
We need some information about the blood sleeping.
Dead three.
There it is. Dead three.
And she's like,
the blood sleeping?
Shut up.
She kind of turns to Bjorn and she's like, I like to drink myself. And she's like, "Oh,
what?"
Because he sounded like the blood sleeping.
Yeah, it sounded like an idiot.
And she's like, "I'd love to stay and chat with friends, but I've got to be going. I've got some people." And then she stops for a minute. And she's like, even in her drunken state, you can see the gears kind of turning. And she's like, "Oh, you want some information, do you? All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I was just about to head out of here and try to evade some people. I've got some friends coming," and she uses the air quotes. "And that's why I was about to leave."
My lady, let us protect you. Just tell us what we need to know, and we will make sure you get home safely. This is a terrible part of town, and I will not see you handled poorly. Ah!
And she kind of she chuckles a little bit. She's like, "Well, I'll tell you what. I've been running from these people, going here and there throughout Baldur's Gate, and I just got word that they were on their way." And she nods to this gentleman down here. "Old Wall here has explained to me that they're just on their way now. Thank you, Wall. But I'll tell you what, if you help me take care of these rapscallions, as it were, I'll let you know anything you want. Is it a deal?" And she holds out her hand to shake your hand.
I love taking care of rapscallions.
Well, we shouldn't judge these people, Angel. We don't know where they're from. We don't know their life story. They could be really good people. I'm sure they are.
It's a deal. We're in.
Tell you what, how about you just tell us what we need to know, and then, just in case anything happens, I mean, we'll take care of it 100% for sure. But if you just need to run away and, we need to stop them from getting any closer, that way we have the information we need. How's that sound?
Bjorn,
We're definitely not going to run away right after you tell us. No, we're going to stick around and help you, because that's who we are.
Bjorn keeps nudging
Always
Dion
help.
because he wants a battle. He wants to get his hands dirty.
Does his lip quiver? Was that like Hannibal, what you just did?
I haven't seen it.
I ate his liver with a side of fava beans.
And a nice Chianti.
All right.
So she's like, you could tell she's not backing down. She's like, I've already wasted time trying to get out. And if what Wall tells me is true, they're going to be on the doorstep at any minute. I'm wasting time. I need to know if you can help me or not. And does Bjorn say anything to that?
Yes, we're in. And he pulls out his axe.
Diam just kind of hangs his head. All right.
So this guy
The
without
rapscallions will be avenged. You will be avenged on the rapscallions.
So
Yes.
this guy right here, upon hearing about this guy, is like, she mentioned that his name was Scrawldar, and he's missing eyebrows actually. and he looks up, and he's drunk. And
Hey,
he's
where did
got
Heckpup go? Speaking of missing eyebrows.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, that was my bad.
Someone else could be missing eyebrows if Heckpup's on the loose.
Uh-oh.
Heckpup right now is tearing Bjorn's pant leg to shreds.
Awesome. He's a good head pup.
And he's chewing on the leather of
good boy.
Bjorn's boots. And so this Scrawldar is like, what's that? Hey, you got a fight coming. Hey, hey. And he stands up and he's drunken, this guy with no eyebrows. And he looks around and he's like, there's going to be a fight. And he's like, I don't want to get too involved, but I always love watching a fight. And he makes his way over here. And Wall's like, he nods to Tarina and he's like, good luck, Tarina. Hopefully things won't get too rough. And he makes his way and he just goes through this door here. And, people are like, they're expecting, a bit of a brawl. And they make their, they stand clear. Actually, this person is like, I don't want to have anything to do with this. And they just take off completely.
And they fly away because they're a demon-looking person.
And she's like, so you're going to help? Good. All right. Now I'm going to give you this time to prepare for the fight coming. So you've got about a round or two. I'll give you 2 rounds to, I'll give you whatever. Just, how are you guys going to prep for this?
5 rounds of prep.
Whatever. Just, how are you going to do this?
I would like to cast slow when they come.
Okay. So you can do, and just so everybody knows, we're really rusty at D&D. We've been playing another game. So what you can do is you can ready an action. And by readying an action, you state what will happen when you cast slow.
Okay.
So what are the requirements for this slow to be cast? Are you going to wait for them to, are you going to wait for the intruders to pile into the room? Or,
yes,
okay.
Because I have to be within 120 feet, and I can cast a 40-foot cube upon 6 creatures of my choice, and time will be altered around those 6 creatures. They have to succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be affected by the spell. Their speed is halved. They take a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws, and they can't use reaction. They can use either an action or a bonus, but not both.
Awesome. So they can only attack once. So no multi-attacks. All right, Dion, what are you going to do to prep for this?
I'm going to touch Bjorn. A willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns. That is 5.
Because Bjorn gets scared so easily, guys.
I know. So you get 5 temporary hit points at the start of each of your turn. It just refills.
Ooh, that's awesome.
It lasts for 1 minute. Go. And I'll cast it at level 2. Why not?
So what does it do when you cast it at level 2?
I can also target genie or angel.
Oh, awesome.
So there it goes. So you both gain, you can't be frightened, and you get 5 temporary hit points that refill at the start of each of your turns.
Woot! I'm adding them in.
So if you click on your tokens, there's a little red circle, and you can put those 5 temporary hit points there.
Woo!
Woot woot.
Awesome.
Scratch.
Yeah.
All right. And so...
So, quick question. We haven't actually cast yet.
That's
We just
funny.
prepped the spells.
Yeah. So Wes is, or Dion has cast, and Willow over here, she kind of like, she drunkenly like staggers to the side. I forgot to move her. All right. So, is everybody? Are you going to position anything around the room? You've got a couple tables. You got stuff like that.
I was gonna go closer to the entrance downstairs, so I'm closer in range.
All right. So if you do that, you're going to have to alert everybody. Well, I mean, you don't have to alert everybody that there's a fight coming, but yeah.
In the tavern, everyone, there's a fight coming.
Or you
Run
could try to take it outside. It's up to you guys. Yes.
All right, let's fight some dudes. I'm going to run downstairs.
Okay, so hold on.
You said I have to tell people.
I'm already there.
No.
I'm already downstairs.
All right. So I want to know, where are you guys going to be fighting, and how are you planning on fighting them? Are you going to set up... This is the stage where you can set up the area to fight.
Well, I figured we don't want him to get all the way upstairs, right? Because that's where Trina is. So I assume they would come upstairs, but I'd rather stop them before they get upstairs. We don't know where they're entering from, so unless they're climbing the outside of the building and going through windows, maybe I'll just perch in the stairwell just in case someone comes in an upstairs window.
So where is Dion positioning himself?
I don't know. I thought I would go downstairs.
Okay, it's up to you.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
No.
Fight me.
I'm floating in the stairwell so that I'm prepared for either level.
So, Bjorn, is your weapon out?
Oh, yeah.
So, the bartender, Alan, he's like, Oi! What's going on? And Clank, the suit of armor next to you, he pulls out a long sword.
Sweet.
Looking at you.
The empty suit of armor?
Yeah.
Looking at who?
Looking at Bjorn.
Oh, Bjorn's right there. Now I see him.
Going to attack me?
Actually, no, he doesn't have a long sword. He just has his fists, and he's got his fists out. He's like, hey, You're not causing a ruckus in here, are you? And I take Bjorn's.
Expecting some violent company. I would appreciate it if you stepped back. I guess I'm standing right next to him, huh? I'm gonna step back just tiny.
Alan is the guy behind the bar, and he's kind of like he's approaching you, and he's like, "What's going on? I don't want any sort of violence in this establishment."
All right, I'll prepare outside. Boom, 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 boom.
That would be much appreciated, thank you. And I've got to do the old English accent because this is D&D and whatever, you know.
Are we all going outside then?
Okay, I'm a little worried about the troll. Am I the only one?
Alan is kind of like, as long as you don't hurt my establishment, you won't have... Did DM say that out loud?
Yeah.
As long as you don't hurt the establishment, you don't have to worry about my bodyguards.
All right, that's fine by me.
I just realized though we left Tarina upstairs.
You can be with
Yeah, is she gonna like help us?
Yeah, she'll follow you out.
She's gonna run away before we.
I'm just making sure I know where you guys are gonna be before.
How about you be her shoulder angel?
Hold on, I'm gonna cast suggestion on Tarina. Can I do that?
Yeah, you could do that.
Did I do back upstairs? What's my range?
No,
Yeah,
Tarina's right here.
Where?
Tarina's right here. She's kind of taking a stance behind the wall with her back up against the window. And the female troll says, she turns to him and she's like, "Well, what's going on? You ain't planning on causing any problems," because she could see your weapons are out.
It's not.
No, we're stopping problems.
No. Of course not. No, there's some dealings that need to be dealt with, and no, we're not going to cause trouble for you or anyone else in the establishment, of course. I keep changing my voice.
You sound like Sean Connery.
Cast suggestion. I'm casting suggestion on Tarina.
All right, what kind of save does she need to make?
Wisdom saving throw.
So? Yeah, your spell save DC is 16.
So I got her.
Yeah.
Right?
So what did you want to suggest to her? So this spell is
Yeah. Tarina, you want to stay with us until you're able to give us all of the information we need to save the world, especially the information on the Dead 3. You're not going to run away. You're going to help us face these intruders, and we will keep you safe if you do that.
Hope you didn't just lie to her.
And she's like, okay, yeah, I can do that. And so
I have to roll. See if I have wild magic.
Wild magic time. Oh yeah.
No, that was you just need to roll a d20.
Oops.
For now.
I thought that was my d20. That's if I get wild magic. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you have to roll a 1 or lower.
Dang it.
Yeah.
No wild magic surge here.
All right. So she's like, so you want to know about where the Dead 3 are?
Yes.
Where the Dead 3 cults are located.
Yes.
And in return, she will help you fight. And yeah.
Well, so we're here to help her fight. Let's make that super clear.
She's not going anywhere. I'm making sure she doesn't leave us and sneak away while we're fighting her peeps.
Yeah. All right. So she's like, yeah, I can do that. And she looks, her face goes kind of glazed over, her eyes glaze over a bit, and she's just staring at this, you flittering about. not only is she now drunk, but she's under the effects of a spell. She's really like dazed looking. And she's like, there's a little, what you call it, a bathhouse down the way. It's got these little nymphs on the outside. And it's got this stuccoed building with stained glass, and it's a beautiful little bathhouse. I've heard rumors that the cults of the Dead 3 are going in and out of this bathhouse at all hours of the night. The cult's rumored to be underneath it somewhere. And you're going to help me fight, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's get these guys.
I don't think we'll be able to get Bjorn to let us not fight, so I think they're all going to be dead soon.
Yeah.
Or we will. I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller. Get off my back.
So
get off my back.
Blah, blah, blah.
He poses one though, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Whatever gets the coin.
Yes.
Go, Blake.
All right. So 8 motley humans start sauntering up the road, and the leader is a brawny man with a cloudy right eye, a cruel sneer, and a pirate swagger. He's surrounded by a bunch of crew, and they all look equally up to the task of just being not very nice people.
Oh, that's
and
many.
Yep. And he's like, all right, gentlemen, before we head in, and he can see that he can't see Tarina from here. He just sees you three loitering on the outside. Do you guys look like you're ready for a fight, or are you just kind of like leaning up against the wall?
I'm leaning on my axe with its the blade side like on the ground. Does that make sense?
So do you look pretty casual?
You tell me based on what I just said.
So I'm picturing you looking pretty casual.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, your little dog, your heck pup starts barking and snarling at the captain as he's explaining to the men, and he's just like he's almost foaming a little bit. He's not rabid, but you know what I mean. And the captain's like, "All right, men, 2 of you stand guard on the outside."
Ooh! Can I tell him to go attack them under my breath so that like it's sort of like, oh, and then I go up and I'm like, sorry, he's out of control. He's going through training right now.
All right. So Diom, your role previously, you know that hellhounds can speak Infernal. Or no, they can understand Infernal.
What?
They can understand Infernal, but they can't understand anything else.
Oh, they can't understand Abyssal?
Dang it.
Okay.
But Danny, I'm going to. This really isn't an animal handling check, because this thing is a devil, basically. It's a little devil that you've got on a leash. So I'm going to have you roll a charisma check to see if it understands what you're trying to tell it.
Charisma.
And it hears you talking, and what are you saying?
Go get it, boy.
It kind of looks at you, and it's like its mouth is drool. It's got spittle running from its mouth, and it's like kind of this reddish. It looks like molten metal, just kind of running from its mouth, and it turns around and it kind of like barks at you, and then it turns back to the captain and keeps barking. And the captain kind of looks at the dog and he's like, yeah, whatever.
Diom is gonna
Diom.
mutter
Oh,
under his
sorry.
breath because he's fluent in Infernal.
And do it. I was gonna ask you to do it.
And he's just gonna say, "Hey, go get. You wanted the leader?"
And
Yeah.
it turns around. Oh, you're talking to Bjorn right now?
No, I'm talking to the heck pup.
Okay.
I'm fluent in Infernal. I'm just gonna say, "Go get him."
All right. And he starts pulling at the leash. Meanwhile, real quick, the captain's saying, "All right, two of you, I want you to stand guard outside so Tarina can't escape. And let us know if you see her coming." And they move to in those positions. The rest of you come with me. We're going to go get this mutinous wench. And he starts walking in. And it's right at that point that the dog... let me do this. The heck pup.
Are we worried that the heck pup's gonna get hurt, though? I guess I can
No.
just tell it to run back or something.
It's a heck pup.
All right.
I wouldn't be
So...
worried.
It's a pup! It's a little boy!
So, Angel, you guys, I'm going to let you have a sneak attack round since these guys don't suspect you at all. All they see is a yapping dog. So you guys can all go first. So I'm going to let the heck pup go first.
Well, I didn't want to quite get into rolling initiative quite yet, if that's okay. Because we're just treating this like it's an accident, right?
Oh, so the heck pup's going to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of the plan so far.
So does Bjorn let go of the leash?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And
So
you're going to
make
feign, like, innocence?
I want you to make
Yeah, I'm gonna take my axe with me, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. He's training. He doesn't know his strength yet."
So after his attack,
Yeah.
I want you to make a check on disadvantage because he is being attacked. Okay.
Okay.
So here's his attack. So this little pup runs up to the captain, and you hear this belch. Wow, he got a 20. He got a nat 20.
Heck pup did?
Yeah. So I'm going to... so that's the first attack of the game. That's pretty good. That's a good sign. 6. All right. So I am going to roll another 2d6. There we go. So the captain takes 12 fire damage.
Nice.
What a good heck pup.
Does
I
heck
mean,
pup have, like, teeth
this
made out of
dog
lava
runs up.
or something?
Your heck pup runs up, and you hear this, and this fireball shoots out, and it catches his pant leg on fire. And he's like, "Oh, what's going on, you stupid rascal?" And he's about to kick your dog, and then you say,
I am going to use vicious mockery. How dare you, you fiendish brute! You idiot, you foul excuse for whatever you think you are. Is he a human?
"Yeah,
You are foul, and you are the worst, and nobody likes you. This is why Mom doesn't love you." All right, I'm gonna say that.
All right, so
This is a move. So I unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature I can see within range. If I'm assuming I'm within range.
Yeah, you're with.
If he can hear you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage. Oh, 1d4! But he does have disadvantage on the next attack roll he makes before the end of his turn.
Okay, so he's going to make a wisdom saving throw, you said?
Yes.
All right, he got an 18.
Oh.
So what is your DC, your magic DC? So if you go to your spells, it should be at the top.
My spells?
Yeah, so you have on your character sheet.
Oh,
you
16. So he just barely beat.
Okay, so yeah, he doesn't take the damage, and he doesn't get it, and he looks up at you like, what's going on here?
Can I just say this is a cantrip, so I can just do it again?
Yeah.
I won't, though.
Well, I mean, this is your sneak attack round. This is the round that you get before we all do initiative.
Okay.
All right. And so, Angel, you prepped beforehand.
Mhm.
You had an action ready that when these guys were going to come up, you were going to cast slow on them, correct?
Yeah.
All right. You're going to do that now?
There it is. So I can get 6 of them. So I'm just going to do the 6 closest dudes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those 6.
Okay. That sounds good. All right. So and this is a, what saving throw is this?
Wisdom saving throw.
And what is your spell saving DC?
16.
16. So he saves.
Everybody make sure if you're going to do an area of effect attack, do not hit that troll. That thing is worth
But it's
4 of
my
any person.
choice. It's
Okay,
at my choice. The troll was not affected.
Oh, okay. Well,
but I
don't.
do need to see if I have any wild magic surge.
Oh, yeah. So go ahead and roll that. Oh, that's a 9.
No wild magic.
All right. So this guy's slowed, and this guy needs to make a save. Come on.
How much? What's the roll for wild magic? Is it over 10?
No, it's 1.
If you roll a 1, then you have wild magic?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did I get anybody?
Yeah, you did.
Who?
You got the
Oh,
guy with the
nail
nail over his head. All right. So he's slowed. And you got the captain. Awesome.
I did get the captain.
You did get the captain.
I got
All
4 of
right.
them. 3 of
Yes,
them.
You got 3 of them. So it's about half. That's not so bad. All right. So Bjorn, you have an action. Interacting with an object like letting go of the leash, I'm going to consider that a free action. You basically allowed Heckpup to do his action. And
Are
I'm
we
gonna
doing
move the
a...
Heck-
Oh, sorry.
So right now, Bjorn has a free action that he can do for your sneak attack round.
Sweet. So does my like going up and being like, oh my dog, does that count as part of that? I imagine yes.
That was kind of canceled when Diom cast the spell.
That's a good point.
And
Okay,
then,
well, I'm gonna swing my axe.
all right. So why don't you run next to him and
Boom, 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 boom.
oh, that guy?
Is this the captain? Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
He's standing on Heckpup.
I could ride him to glory.
All right. So go ahead and click on. I don't know if I told you this. If you shift and double click on your token, it'll bring up your character sheet.
Whoa, that's cool.
So go ahead and do that, and then click your weapon, and you get if you're dual wielding axes, you get 3 attacks.
I only have 1 axe.
Okay, so you get 2 attacks at level 5.
If you drag all of your weapons from the compendium, then if you just
There we
click on them,
go.
it'll roll for you.
So it's under attacks and spellcasting. It's that battle axe. It's the one above your items.
Sorry, that was the wrong one. Woohoo!
So real quick, go ahead and click that again because it didn't do the damage.
But it was a good roll.
Let her keep the 19.
Yeah, I was going to let you keep the 19. And so he
Oh,
takes
never mind. Take the new one. Take the new one.
The new one.
Either way, he gets hit. So he takes 11 damage. All right, and
Or
attack
took a bunch of fire damage.
one more time. because you get 2 attacks.
Heck yeah!
Well, you didn't hit him that time.
Oh,
because
the
you rolled
one!
a nat 1.
Ah!
So what happened was Skooma, as she was trying to, she's like, just don't damage the tavern. And she kind of bumped into you as she walked this way. And she's watching from this angle, and she's just like, you can tell that she's excited to see a fight. And she's okay with it as long as it's on the outside. All right, so now we're going to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Just click on your character and then hit that initiative button up in the corner.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I see it.
Failed us.
What is there?
18.
I got 20.
And I found out that I can click the little gear and make it descending, so I don't have to organize it by hand.
Woohoo!
So is everybody on there?
I just rolled, but oh yeah, I got a 14. Okay, cool.
Wow,
All
he
right.
got a 23? What the heck?
Yeah. But because of Angel's slow, normally he would get 3 attacks. He only gets 1.
That's dope.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So he's going to,
And this
He
is a
looks at the
level
pu-
1 fight. He gets 3 attacks.
yeah, plus all these other guys. This is a level 1 fight.
What the heck? No wonder
know,
D&D
right?
takes so long usually.
Well, it's not that. It's just insane. He would be able to like murder people. All right, so he looks at Bjorn, who just hit him in the back after he was about to kick Heckpup, and he snarls at you, and he's like, "What? Get out of my way! I'm not here for you." Oh yeah, and I forgot to roll for Tarina. Okay, so bam, and he totally misses. So Angel, it's your turn.
My turn?
Yeah, he snarls at Bjorn, and he takes his scimitar and he goes to swing.
Face.
You smack him in the face with your shield as he brings it down on your shield. All right, Angel, it's your turn.
Okay, first off, I'm going to use my Quicken spell, 2 sorcery points. I have 5 total, so that brings me down to 3. So I have an action, and now one of my spells can be a bonus action. So that means I can cast 2 spells, right?
Okay, so you can't cast 2 spells because you can cast a spell and a cantrip.
A spell and a cantrip?
Yeah. So any bonus action spell you can't cast another spell with, but you can cast a cantrip with a bonus action spell.
Okay. That's fine. Then in that case, I'm going to cast
Oh, that's cool.
Chill Touch on the captain.
Okay. So you definitely hit him.
Are you within
And
range for that though?
Yeah, it's 120 feet.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
dope.
It's a really weird name spell.
And then I'm going to cast as my bonus action Blink,
Awesome.
and I'm gonna blink out.
All right, roll a d20. So Blink, she will teleport in and out of existence. Dang it. So you get it has to be 11 or higher.
To blink out.
You still cast it. It's still in effect. So
Okay.
on next turn.
Okay,
But
I
you-
also need to roll for wild magic. Do I roll twice?
So it doesn't work on cantrips, but it does work on spells.
So I need to roll once. No
wild
wild magic.
All right. So
And
the
I'm
next.
still visible.
All right, Diem, it's your turn.
All right. How far can I travel?
30 feet. So that is 6 squares. So
Oh,
if you
okay. So
right-click-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that perfect?
So yeah, that worked. Well, you need to be next to the bandit captain if you want to hit him. Unless you're using a spell.
I'm using a spell. So let's do a second level Thunderwave.
Oh, awesome.
And it's the perfect shape, so it's going to be right there. Do you see that?
Yep. That's awesome. All right, what's the saving throw?
Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 3d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from me.
All right, so go ahead and roll the damage.
Seven. Not even a whole 8 in there. Oh, well, that's cool.
So he saved.
Good thing you got 3 of them.
Yeah, it's just a waste of a higher level spell, unfortunately.
He failed. Yeah, it's going faster, and he failed. So the only one that succeeded on it was this guy right here. However, the captain failed, so he still knocks back the bandit captain, or he still knocks back this bandit as they both move. I can't move these guys outside of this square, but yeah. So how much damage? That was 7.
7. If they succeed on the roll, they take half, and they're not pushed.
All right, minus 7 and minus 7. All right, so yeah, you knock that bandit captain back into the other guy, and then these other 2 take damage as well. A lot of his men are not looking good. All right, it is now Bjorn's turn.
Oh, can I take a free action?
What do you want to do as your free action?
I want to command Heckpup to attack that straggler to the left.
This guy right here?
Yeah. He's a little too untouched for my taste.
All right. So give me a charisma roll.
Oh, sure.
He was focused on the captain. He really wanted to get at the captain. So no, that's good. 10 save, and he turns to this guy, and he'll attack him on his turn.
Okay.
All right, Tarina. She kind of stumbles forward.
You said it was me.
Oh, did I skip?
It's okay if it's Tarina. I just, was throwing that out there. I think you stuck me on the bottom.
Oh, never mind.
Or Wes did his bonus action.
Never mind. It was you. I'm sorry. I mixed it up somehow. All right, go for it, Bjorn.
Okay. So let me see. This guy in the front. That's the main guy, right? Hey, someone put my beaver back in there.
Your what?
I love him. Who did it?
What happened?
You drew the bear.
Oh, the beaver. Yeah, I did it.
All right.
I love it.
So he's so cute.
Dan stands. Bjorn, I don't know if you remember, can rage.
Yeah, I guess that would we got 8 enemies here. Now's probably a good time as any.
So you can rage, and you don't have to do that other thing.
Okay. I'm going to just do a regular rage right now.
That's good. I would just consider yourself raging.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about anything else. Just tack 2 onto all damage that you do. And then you'll just remember that you take half damage to everything but psychic when you're raging.
Sweet. Okay, so I'm going to attack. I guess I'll just go for the main captain guy right here. Sorry, I did a stoopy. Bam, bam, bam!
All right, so make sure you move up next to the captain now. Oh, that was a crit.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, so okay, so that was 19 damage.
Nope, 21. Don't forget my +2.
Oh, that's right, 21. So does that include? I think it does. I think it includes. You got a double 8. Dang, that's awesome. You just got a crit on all 3 of your dice.
Oh, yeah.
So 28 or 22, right? And then I'm just going to double it because
21.
21 plus 21. So yeah, you just lay into this captain with one hit from your axe, and he just goes down. He just crumples. He's now at 0 health.
I'm really disappointed. Bjorn, like,
Yeah, that was crazy. I don't think I've ever seen in my entire time of gaming a crit on all 3 dice.
oh,
before.
yeah.
The captain just crumples to the ground, and all these bandits just see that you basically just cut his head off. His head rolls on the ground, and these bandits are like,
I didn't cut his head off. I cleaved it.
in half. That's horrible. I love it. So yeah, these other crew members, they see their captain just crumple, and they look at each other, and they just put their hands up, and they just start slowly backing away. One of them goes, "Oh, we didn't mean it. Please, don't kill us. We don't want any trouble. If you want, you can have our ship. We don't even care. You killed the captain. That makes you deserving, don't it?" And he looks around at the other guys, and they're like, "Oh yeah, right. You can have whatever you want."
Join us and destroy stuff.
And so, Heckpup's turn. He's going to go for this guy because you told him to. It's up to you to stop him, but he's going to go ahead and roll. He's going to roll a d6 real quick. And he doesn't get his flame burp back just yet, but he does. And so he does 4 damage to this poor guy over here. All right, what are you guys going to do? Now this guy, Heckpup, is latched onto this guy's leg.
I want to let him kill him.
Whoa.
That's what I'm going to do.
All right, and the other, what are you going to do with the others that have their hands up? They've all dropped their weapons, and they're just like...
Are you talking to all of us?
Yeah. What are you guys going to do with the rest of the crew?
Well, let's see about this ship, huh?
Yeah. If I'm in a rage though, like, is that? Can I just like come out of that? How does that work?
Yeah, basically. So,
Okay.
when you're raging, you have to either hit or be hit on your turn to continue raging. The second you either don't do you don't receive one of those 2 things, then you leave rage.
I remember that.
So the guy that was talking before, he's like, "So you want to see this ship?"
Yeah. Let's see our new ship.
So we're going to go back to Baldur's Gate, and you guys head down from the Elf Song Tavern. And there's a ship docked here, and I'm going to just mark that real quick. You own this ship. That is your ship. All right.
Quick shout out to Echolander. They followed us last week. I'm not sure if it's a family or friend, but they've been chatting with me on our stream.
Awesome. That's way cool.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
And this is the ship that you guys got.
It looks good.
So
Ship.
you guys
big
got
black screen.
You guys got a few ballista on the back, it looks like there, and
Blake, we're seeing a big black screen.
Black screen.
oh really? I got what you said. Okay, sorry.
It's the Black Pearl.
Oh.
All right, let's turn that off. All right, can you see it now?
Yeah. Ooh, that looks good.
Love it.
Okay, so sorry, I'm kind of new to Roll20.
We should make the whole crew walk the plank now that they're here.
And so the crew's kind of surprised when you guys arrive on the ship. They're like, And the guy that's been talking to you this whole time, he points at Bjorn. He's like, this guy's our new captain. Yeah, he totally took him out in like one swing. It wasn't nothing. It was amazing. And the entire crew, they're like, yeah, they cheer. Like, oh, he was that guy didn't give us nothing. And one of them, the guy, a guy from down below, he comes up and he's like, what's going on? And they all point. He's like, we got a new captain. He's like, oh, it can't be any worse than our last one. My name is, I don't know my real name, but my name is Cookie. I do the cooking. And he's like, ale for everybody. All right. So you guys have a ship.
Yeah, Diam, cheers for that one.
And so drinks all around and whatever. So you have a ship. Really, I don't know what to do with this because it doesn't, after this point, it says you guys get a ship if you do the adventure. You found out about the Dead Three. Are you going to report back to Captain Zodge at all?
I say we just go for it because I just want to. That was really satisfying, cleaving that man's head. So I want to do that some more.
All right. So you're gonna
everyone else can, pitch in.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are we going to look for the Dead Three?
Yeah. What do you mean by go for it?
Angel wants to go look for the Dead Three. Stop this evil.
Danny.
Are we supposed to kill them? Yeah, what?
We're trying to figure out what you're talking about.
Oh, I mean, like, let's go to the bathhouse and seek them out.
Oh, okay.
All right.
We were thinking you were talking about killing the whole crew, and we're like, well, we kind of need a crew.
No, I thought you were just like commandeering the ship and we're off.
We should make one of them walk the plank, right? Just as a show of strength.
They didn't like their last captain. I say we use it to our advantage that they like us more so far.
Angel believes in peace unless they're too vile to walk the earth.
How about this? How about we make him walk the plank, and then we toss him a line so we can bring him back. Just as a show of strength.
So, were you saying? I assumed that was a conversation you were having in character.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So some of the crew that was gathered around drinking was listening to this conversation, and their smiles just like fade into looks of horror. And then you talk about tossing them a line, and then they're like, "Yeah!" And they go on the plane, and everybody just starts jumping off, and they're all swimming in this dirty, nasty, murky harbor.
Wait, they just jump off the ship?
Yeah, they're just like, and then they're pulling themselves back up, and they're like, so...
All right, hold on 1 second, okay?
Yes!
Awesome.
No idea if it's in tune. It sounds okay.
Woot, woot.
Yeah.
Fulfilling our request from
All right.
Echolander.
Sorry?
I said fulfilling our request from Echolander.
Yeah, so Diam gets up on the plank, reaches out into the sunset. Sure, there's a sunset, and there's birds flying across the horizon.
It looks like a sunset. It's about midday, but it's really hazy and...
There's a cloud in a perfect circle that looks like a setting sun.
Yeah,
There's birds flying by and dolphins springing out of the water, and he sings a boat song. All right, you ready? I don't know what chord progression I'll use. Oh, we have a boat, and it's a great big boat. I like to pick random chords on my lute as I sing. Here's a song for our new boat. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
So angelic.
And he's got his accordion out, and he's jamming along with you. And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah. He's like, yeah. All right, next time, you guys are just going to head straight to the bathhouse. And we'll see
Yeah.
you next week at 10 o'clock a.m.
Yay! Next
Before we
week.
find out,
Hey, did we level up?
Yes, you all level up to level 6.
Woot woot.
Very cool.
I
Best
don't know what
roll.
comes with that. But before we sign out, I have to say that I finished my picture of Wallaby Kangaroo Smith. My
Oh, yeah.
If anyone's
Oh,
watching, he's my merchant. He's the guy who's looking after my antique shop.
Awesome.
Can you see him?
Excellent. I want you to.
I'll
And
send
that-
a picture because he looks really bad in that little tiny square. So we'll have to see. But
So both. I'm going to give everybody inspiration, and that gives you
What?
advantage whenever you want.
What?
So mark inspiration on your character sheet. It should be in the up left-hand corner. So you get one.
Oh.
Everybody get one. Everybody
One
did
inspiration?
in the up left-hand corner. Everybody did something a little in line with what their characters would do.
I've been really bad about doing bardic inspiration. That's like the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. So if you have a dragon
Oh.
there, you have inspiration.
Okay.
cool.
They
I
don't-
see it.
Yes, they don't stack. I didn't know that.
It's a cool
That makes sense.
toggler.
Yeah, it's just a toggle. You only get one. All right, cool. Good game, everybody.
Yay!
That was the best roll I've ever seen. Full crits across the board. That was crazy.
Oh yeah, I'm awesome.
All right, have fun, you guys.
Thanks, guys. This was super fun.
Thanks for
Peace out.
playing.